We're live.
Oh, are we live? We live now?
Welcome to Echo Chamber, the session in between sessions. With us today, two I don't want to call them newbies because they've been here before, but long awaited Grizz and Warwick coming on to Echo Chamber. I feel like it doesn't matter what I had plan wise in my head. Since they're here, it's just going to go haywire.
That's
I
pretty.
follow the rules to a T.
That's pretty fucking
I mean,
accurate.
Now,
you
Grizz,
throw Ryan in here, and it is Chaos Chamber.
no, we all know what's going to happen there. He's going to sit and eat a pear and watch everybody else do shit.
Somebody sounds salty. Is
Not
Warwick a
salty.
little jealous that he wanted those pairs?
No, Warwick's happy with the turnout. Warwick's happy with how things went down. Warwick survived.
Warwick did
Um,
survive.
Warwick did survive.
I mean, you did.
With a little help, huh?
A little help, but let's talk about that since we're talking about Warwick surviving. What does Adrin and Griswold think happened?
Um, Griswold doesn't know at this point.
Well, Griswold's
He,
like one of the only two that actually saw like him being like whatever coming back, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
So Griswold was so out of character. The thought is about a certain instance where we got our asses beat with Nasana. The only issue is that Griswold was dead at that time. Griswold has no clue. Griswold's like, because Griswold saw him get up. Griswold saw Adrin's brother pop out of nowhere,
Which is fantastic. BT does.
and
Very excited.
I just casted haste on myself for the first time. So I'm balls to the wall, like just sitting tight, ready to smite. He doesn't know what's going on. I think he's very intrigued by it because he certainly didn't see anyone heal him, heal Warwick. Um, I'm pretty sure that someone's gonna get a good questioning after the fact, but Griswold's not sure. That was some
Griswold is
sketchy shit.
unsure. All right. I
That's a
mean,
very
is
long-winded
there a
way of saying
logical
unsure.
explanation for Griswold?
The only logical thing was, did Adrin's brother like do something? Like, was he invisible? Was he there the whole time and like helped? Like that is the only connection because he's seen people cast invisibility before. So it's a, was he here? And then it's a, well, why the fuck didn't you jump out sooner? But that's a different story. But it's a, he was healed nonetheless. That's the only explanation right now that Griswold can think of.
All right.
Unless Warwick has a deity that he prays to, but that's also in the back of his mind because Griswold's like, I've got Gabriel. Maybe Warwick has someone. I don't know.
See, that's where I was thinking you'd immediately go is the deity route. So I was just curious. What about
What's,
Adrin?
what's Gabriel
Well,
sound like after that? Go ahead. Go ahead. Keep going, Adrian.
Adrian doesn't. Adrian didn't. Adrian was out, so he didn't see any
Oh,
of this.
touche.
However, if Adrian did see this, he would just chalk it up that Warwick has some kind of a STD that is like anti-AIDS and brings him back to life.
That's pretty accurate. That's exactly what it is.
See, I kind of got, and I won't go, but I'm sure you guys have seen Constantine, where like he dies and
Yeah.
then he's the one soul the devil would come up to claim,
Yeah.
right? And so
Yeah,
I
yeah.
got those vibes, and then he just like pulls the tar and cancer out of his
Uh-huh.
lungs and brings him back. That was
Yeah.
what happened in my mind as far as standing or laying there in the hallway.
Yeah.
That's actually really interesting.
That's actually pretty
It
cool.
is really interesting.
I mean, we all know that Reed and Warwick pretty much made deals with the devil, but I mean, we as players we don't know. I mean, as our characters don't know that, but
I think as characters we know
We
there
know
was a deal made. We don't know to what extent, and we really haven't poked and prodded. So I'm interested to see if once Griswold tells the group, if we do start poking and prodding a little bit more.
We did though. So you guys poked and prodded
Mhm.
with the sauna. You were asking me. And that was very truthful. I
Yeah,
told
you-
you guys that I gave my
Yep.
blood and I basically offered my services to her for her to, stand down and not kill everybody.
Yeah, but
You know,
we don't know what that means exactly, is what I'm trying to
Well,
say.
Mhm.
Warwick doesn't know what it means. I have
Well,
no clue. Warwick has no clue. I'm gonna call in this golden ticket at any point in time. You just don't know when that's gonna be.
so
You
it's
know?
an IOU, is what you're thinking.
Yep. That one there's
Okay.
for 250,000.
Oof.
I want to keep that one for a car.
Oof.
What does Gabriel sound like and or look like?
Um,
I envisioned it in my head and it's getting resurrected. Sounded a lot like Gabriel.
you say it sounded a lot like Gabriel, but you don't know what he sounds or looks like.
What I envision Gabriel sounds and looks like,
And what did it sound like?
I don't
A
know.
lot like Nasana. It looked like a lot like Nasana.
So
A
is
lot like-
Nasana Gabriel?
No, Gabriel?
Asana and Gabriel are married.
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
That's what happens, and therefore a Nephilim is born.
That is exactly right. So everyone thinks it was Nasana, huh? Well, I mean, outside of
Well,
character.
it can't be everybody because only two saw it, right? But we'll have to kind of address that once it's brought up. If Grizz and D-Shags bring it up.
You know what I was thinking about doing when Grizz brings it up? Just say, "I never died. I don't know what you're talking about. I was there. I wasn't dead. I don't know what you're talking."
You know
I
you're
mean,
gonna
You're
force
playing dead.
you're gonna force Griswold to call you out, right? You know this is gonna happen because Griswold will not lie about it.
what if Warwick's actually undead? How would Griswold
Um,
feel?
um, Griswold, knowing that Griswold would be very upset, and Griswold would try to save Warwick. Griswold would do what he could to hopefully allow his soul to return back to his body.
Interesting.
I would try to pull the cards that I could because at this point, Warwick might have tried to steal a couple of houses. Having said that,
Successfully, I have like 3 or 4.
Successfully.
he has helped the group and has given Griswold no reason to not trust him. But I feel like Griswold would do that for anyone in the group at this point because he considers you all family. I know, tearjerker, blah blah blah, whatever. But Dildo maybe not. Dildo maybe not. We still get shit because of Dildo, but that's okay. Dildo or Griswold still like vividly remembers him picking up someone in Phandalin and Dildo just sucking his dick. The same guy's dick. Erotic asphyxiation. Yes.
That was the mayor.
So
We
Yeah,
got what we needed out of that altercation, so I consider that a win in my book.
you're not wrong.
All right. So next big topic, Adrian's brother.
Bruh.
How long has that been in the works?
Since I mean, how long have I had that character?
Yes.
Like since Grudhog,
Oh my god, that's amazing.
Nice.
and that's he's had the backstory, and so and you'll find out. Actually, I was gonna write something in
Campfire?
the campfire chat. Yeah, kind of answer Siddle's question, but ever since and I think we talked after it a little bit, but for Echo Chamber here, uh, ever since we were in Silvery Moon, his brother had found out that Adrin was there, and so he, through sending and messages and whatnot, they've been a little bit of communications back and forth, and and then the whole thing with Siddle happened, and so that's what I need to talk to Garrett about on what kind of back information I found on Siddle's his
Bogental.
grandfather, father. Yeah, the
His
Bogental.
great grandfather.
Well,
Something.
Oh, that-
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
actually pretty cool.
So
That's actually really awesome.
hoping to tie that in a little bit, and that's why he has a little kind of like, ooh, is that the Bogental?
Little
The
starstruck.
Bogental? Yeah, a little. Ooh. So
not gonna lie, kind of like, because I was thinking about what if Warwick actually does die, right? Or what if what if just something happens to him? I've already started working on a backstory, and my backstory included a full blown cleric.
Yeah.
I can assure you one thing. If it's anything to do with it, and for anyone in the party at this point, Griswold will do whatever he can to not let anyone die. I can
just figured
assure
I'd
you
come
that.
back as Amrook's long lost brother, Amrook. We're good.
Or evil Amrook.
Yeah.
Who says evil Amrook's not the one that made it out?
Yeah,
Maybe
absolutely.
that.
Shh, that was.
Nobody
mean,
knows.
we-
Nobody was in there
I mean,
except for
again,
Amrook and
we
evil
don't.
Amrook.
Again, yeah, we don't know. Yeah.
I mean, let's be honest. Let's be honest here. That the whole doppelganger thing that we went against. I mean, shit's
I
a
was
little
I was
crazy.
hoping Garrett would be on tonight so I could ask him if that's what his plan was to fuck with you guys' heads about the whole doppelganger thing.
Oh, there's no question about that. I was already thinking about it. I'm like, really, we're pulling this shit right now, like right in the middle of this fight. It's pretty good. It's really good, actually.
I mean, you bring up good points. So that I was going to get into that a little bit later, but as we start to analyze this fight, it was drawn out in weird ways. Like when you think about it, like pretty much he claimed, all right, I won't kill Warwick. He started running. Amrook went this way, and everybody just chased, and it was like a weird situation. I mean, it was a weird start as well because you guys were all up top. Keegan and I both thought we would have the opportunity to Dimension Door back before, but that was more of a not understanding how that would operate. But then after that, it was like playing catch up and chasing a kill pretty much.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Ev.
Elephant in the room. Elephant in the room.
Don't talk about
What
me
did
like
you-
that. I'm right here.
Sorry.
You're sexy. Don't worry about it.
What you think of Griswold's epic superhero landing?
That's the elephant in the room.
Yeah,
Not
that's the
gonna
elephant
lie,
in there.
completely forgot that you had a superhero landing.
I mean, don't get me wrong. It was a great idea. It was very creative to use Misty Step to basically change your momentum. Really cool. In the grand scheme of the battle, though, I don't know that it was the highlight. I'm sorry.
Fuck you. It was a highlight. I'm just kidding. It wasn't. I just felt really cool doing it because I'm like, I just imagine that Amrook's down there, like Bahir, like licking his lips.
I mean, you came a long way since Grudhog when you landed on Amrook. I'll give you that. But at the same time, I don't know. It wasn't a highlight for me.
I got down there and I'm like, gotcha. It was a highlight for Evan and for Griswold. It was actually just for Evan. It was a fucking highlight. Just throwing that out there. Fucking highlight. Griswold was like, I'm just gonna get down there and I'm gonna cannonball off of this shit. So cool beans.
It worked.
All right, continue, Carl.
No, that's okay. So I'm just curious, what was going through you guys' minds as you were chasing the Bahir and calling him back and calling up a blue dragon bitch and whatever else? Like, were you guys? What was the intent?
I should answer that because I was the one who called him a blue dragon multiple times. I wasn't sure where he was going, so like, I didn't know what was going on in your room. Like, there was some description, obviously, from Adrian's spider, but I didn't know what was going on in there. Griswold didn't. This guy was chasing this way, and it was this is his lair. Let's keep him, like, we got to kill this guy. We got to get him down before he's able to basically counter what we're trying to do and kill us all. Because he had already shown that he had layer actions. So it was just like we gotta take him down. and you weren't there, so it was hopefully it was an assumption that like hopefully you were getting there, like you were getting the axe. It was we got to distract him and kill him.
When he went into the small area, I was like, man. And I was just trying to get to Warwick, and I was hoping nobody else would follow. But everybody did.
Mm-hmm.
And then the breath weapon.
And then that just set up the kill shot.
In my mind, and Keegs, you'll appreciate this, it was like League of Legends when your entire team just chases one single kill across the entire map, all the way into a choke point, and then gets turned on. And that's exactly what happened, and I was like...
As it's happening, I saw it happen, and I'm like, this is not going to be good. But Adrian's the only one that could heal, so he's like, well, he's got to go in and get Warwick.
That was my exact example to that. It reminded me of League of Legends. Exactly what it was. I think we can learn a lot from it, right? I mean, I think we got too big for our britches, and we forgot about strategy, right? So we took down first Bahir and everything else up top, and then we came downstairs, and everything kind of like mellowed out for a little bit. We're like, we have a chance. We have a chance.
I agree with Carl that the fact that you guys weren't able to dimension door back, that kind of screwed us. Yeah,
that definitely sucks.
But I understand what Garrett, how he explained it. Everybody's everybody's more or less has a waiting. There's just like you, the kobolds are saying to the DM, hey, if this happens, I am doing this. So I see it. I see it. I totally agree.
I agree with him. I think if a character would exclaim, I am holding my action, I will follow, but I am holding my action purely focused on when I hear sounds in the background, I am dimension dooring. That's where I think it would bump up in turn order. And that would be all DM call, but I mean, it's like holding your action in a non-turn order instance.
Mm-hmm. I 100% said that though, for sure. Yeah. I'm pretty sure I said it 2 or 3 times. So I mean, I'm fine with how it played out. I'm actually very happy with how it played out because it plays more into my backstory and intrigues Warwick.
For story-wise, story-wise, it was pretty. It made for good story.
Yeah, Warwick's not really sure how this is going to play out at this point because what happened was not expected at all. And Adrian did not save Warwick the first time.
Oh no.
Nope.
Oh,
Warwick resurrected twice.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So this makes the story very interesting. Now Warwick's not going to tell any of you that, but Warwick was resurrected twice. Yep.
Wow.
I mean, they could always go back and watch the stream, so I feel like they could find out anyway if they really wanted to. But
we all said, hey, everybody, let's go watch the stream, see what happens.
Yeah. It
was pretty funny.
The thing is, and this is what Warwick's going to tell everybody. You really don't know who it is. You just know it's a deep voice. You don't know if it's not a girly sounding voice, so you automatically assume it might not be Nisana, but maybe it's somebody who works with Nisana, right? Or maybe it's somebody else. Warwick has no idea who it is. He may have an idea, but he has
Chupacabra.
Honest to God, no clue who it is.
That's very interesting. I like it.
Yeah, right?
Right. So I plan on being truthful to you guys, but I strategically saved my Nat 20 Portent roll for if I may or may not have to deceive you.
In hindsight, you could have nat 20 rolled yourself back to health or back to life.
I know, completely forgot about it. Yep, 100% forgot about that. Yep.
All right, that's fair.
Because I hadn't even thought about that beforehand. Like, it was like last session or the session before. I'm like, hold on, I can use my lucky rolls and my portent rolls for that.
Mhm.
Completely forgot about it. Yep. That would have been sweet, though. You know what I mean? That would have kind of. See, I'm
They're
glad
not.
we
That
didn't
would
do
have been
that,
really
though,
cool.
because that wouldn't have, you know, we wouldn't have had that additional story,
Yeah. yeah.
Now we're just all intrigued. Well, at least I am. You guys will be eventually.
Oh no, I'm
Yeah.
definitely intrigued.
Well, your
Oh,
characters, I mean. Your
Yeah,
characters
yeah.
will be intrigued. Yeah. So
I'm
that's
not
gonna be.
intrigued at all. Fuck you.
You know what? Fine. Fuck it. Warwick's just going to Dimension Door Amrook 500 feet in the air. Like, hey, man, let's just get out of here. 500 feet in the air. Drop.
But then you'd be falling too. Wait a sec.
That's okay. Like a suicide bomber. Whatever.
You can just cast levitate. You can just cast
I'm
levitate
going.
on them.
You
Okay.
could.
I'm going. You're coming with me. I like it. See, that's. I wish. Like, I want so bad. I wish Dimension Door wasn't worded the way it was, a willing creature. I just wish it was a creature. Because I would love, like, still to cast water walking, and then I Dimension Door somebody 500 feet into the ocean, and then I just
That
that
dimension
that
that would be OP spell right there.
yeah. There's
that
so much that you can do with it. Yeah,
brings
Yeah.
up an interesting question. So, what if someone's incapacitated?
they're not
Are they?
willing.
Wait a sec. Wait
But
a sec.
they're not willing though. They're not willing.
Well, all right. So, hold on. That is a slippery slope. You cannot say they're not willing if they're unconscious. That's not the way consent works. Please, anybody watching, that is not the way consent
Not-
works.
I
D&D.
Just because they're unconscious does not mean that they consented.
I think we should look into the rules on this one.
I'm pretty sure. Ask any lawyer.
I don't think there's lawyers back in D&D age.
I mean, there were
They might-
lawyers back in
Yeah.
Greece.
yeah.
All right. Yeah, I would love for you to be like, hey, Frost Giant, let's settle this in court.
You know what? That's pretty much what I did with the Behir.
True.
What's that?
That Behir's dead.
I will say.
Yeah, but I mean, Amrook stopped the entire battle and said, "Hey,
You did.
bow
It
down."
was impressive. It was impressive. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, wow, that's
Your rolls
shit.
were pretty on point. I did appreciate that.
I was skeptical about you keeping up with that bullshit too.
I was
Just to be
gonna ride it
honest.
out. I mean, Warwick thrives and shit like that, so I was really ready to ride until I die, man. And well, I did, but
Yeah, you died. You died.
Every
if you
time
guys got
Warwick
any-
and Amrook go somewhere, we're successful. That's all I gotta say.
yeah,
I don't know if you guys got any further away. That would have been.
Mm.
Oh, that would have sucked even more.
So in hindsight, what I should have done is I should have cast invisibility as D Shaggins and followed,
Mm.
maybe to offer a little bit more utility. But yeah, that's just hindsight. I'm happy with how it played out. I will say that probably, if I had to pick one thing out of the battle that like really did it for me, not going to be any of us. It's going to be the layer actions, dude. Those were
Yeah.
sweet. Those were
Yeah,
that was the highlight of the battle for me. Even though they sucked, those were fucking sweet.
Yeah. I don't know where Garrett got the lair actions at, but that was cool. That
Yeah.
was good.
They sucked.
Closely followed by Adrian's brother, though. That was fantastic. Very, very close. That's a very close second, but the layer actions were just sweet.
So go ahead, Keegan.
How did he show up?
Teleportation. He came from Silvery Moon, so he's surrounded by a lot of high-level wizards, and he has scrying. I mean, just himself, he has scrying ability. But I mean, you're surrounded in a city with high-level mages. That's like is a mage school and everything else. Yeah, he has connections.
Yeah, does he have a spell book?
He's a cleric.
No, he does not.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, yeah,
Copying
good
some
try.
spells, man. I got excited. That's cool.
We did find a spell book in the loot though.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm waiting to see what's if there's not like some good, second, third, fourth level spells in there, I'm gonna kind of be a little shocked.
So I will tell you. I talked to Garrett about what the halberd is.
Jim Halpert?
Yes.
Yeah, the Jim halberd.
Tunas. The tunas.
And I think so. It is a no. Mine is not. I cannot confirm about the axe. I think that's going to be something completely different. And the reason I kind of knew about the halberd though is again that little app. I just look through stuff and I'm like, oh, like would be really cool for a paladin. And it is a adaptation of the Sunblade. It is a halberd version of the Sunblade.
Oh, very cool.
So yeah, like +2 to rolls and damage does radiant instead of slashing, and I speak a bonus action. Basically, all you need to know is Griswold has a fucking lightsaber. All I gotta say.
But
It's
it's not a sword.
like- I know, but so what I say, it looks like the hilt of the halberd, the halbert. Yeah, it looks like the hilt of Jim Halpert, and I just speak a bonus action, and it just shoots out in radiant energy to form the blade. I am so excited.
Why
So
don't
excited.
we give Griswold toys like that?
I because
Did you
'cause,
watch
no.
Griswold's face throughout the entire
Uh,
stream?
The face. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah,
He has the most emotion out of any of us on his face throughout the entire session, and it's like,
so
like I want a
seriously,
screenshot throughout and just do the like you ever see like those emotion charts that they have in the doctor's office, and
Yeah.
you can like
Yeah,
pick
yeah.
one, and I just want to do an emotion chart with Evan's face as he's pissed
Yeah.
off or really
That'd be-
excited.
when that Bahir was like, so Griswold was literally just gonna go toe to toe with the Bahir when everyone was dead and be like, all right, let's protect, like let's see what. I was gonna use an action to pull the scroll, heal Adrin, and then go up and like go toe to toe and be like, all right, bro, what's up? Probably die, like no question. Hoping that everyone would get the fuck out of there. Like Warwick would be healed, you guys would run. Like cool beans, I'll hold him off. Griswold was gonna die, and then oh no, the Bahir's just like, you guys suck. I'm gonna go get the dwarf. I'm like,
Oh yeah.
Well, yeah, the dwarf has something that doesn't belong to him.
yeah. So touche,
I mean,
touche.
it belongs to Amrook now. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, well, yeah.
How does Amrook feel about that? Is he a little scared?
I'm gonna follow up that question
Maybe
once.
nervous.
I'm gonna follow up that question. Go ahead, Carl. I've got another one
What
for
does
you.
Amrook have to be nervous about?
I don't think he has to be nervous about anything.
A fucking cursed object.
I mean,
I mean, that's
Well,
what Warwick thinks. I'm pretty sure that's what the majority of the team thinks.
Well, we
that,
haven't.
that's what the team outside of character thinks, but I mean, we haven't come across a cursed object within character, so why would he be worried?
Griswold is actually legitimately thinking about this, and he is going to, because this is all about evil. This is like how they described it was all about evil and all about the casting an everlasting winter. It's evil, like pure, straightforward. So Griswold has plans to see if it's cursed or not, like straight up.
It's probably just a way like the attuning rod just to show me where the ring is. That's probably all it is. No worries. Don't worry about it, guys.
Okay.
That's
All right.
probably all it is.
Yeah. Speaking of the guy that falls off a fucking cliff,
Oh,
and then when he gets hit too hard, goes into a rage. I don't want this cursed fucking thing to be like, you know what? Those people that you've been traveling with, be like, fresh meat. Let's do this. Because no one can take you out. I don't think.
I mean, you
Because
guys
you'll
as
hit.
a group have the Etern economy. You could.
I
mean, you could.
go with Amrook 100%.
If he doesn't have Giant Slayer, I might be able to. If he's using Giant Slayer, I have no chance.
This
At
goes
all.
back to that battle royale. We'll see. One day
Yeah.
we will see.
So pumped for that, actually. Very pumped.
I mean,
Griswold and Amrook have to be on opposite teams.
well, I mean, it may be a free for all. There may not be teams. We don't know at this point.
It can't be a free for all because everyone's going to kill Griswold right off the bat. There's no doubt. There's no doubt. Every one of you are going to be like, hold on, we're all going to team up 1 second, right? And then someone's going to kill me. There's
It's gonna be Reed that
and
that mentions it. Hey guys, we should take out Griswold first.
there's no doubt. There is no doubt it'll happen. So it cannot be a free for all.
Warwick's gonna cast, right?
Suggestion.
I don't know. I
Or
could see it. I
Fog
could see it being pretty fun as a free for all or team. I could go either way.
I think we should do both. And then
Yeah.
we should go Mortal Kombat style, right? Like a little tourney style. Like
When you say both, do you mean two different sessions, one for each, or how do you free for all as teams?
we have a free for all, right? And then this has to be an in-person session, which would be
Mhm.
fantastic. We do in person, and then we take the first couple hours to do like a battle royale, and then after that's done, and then we split up in teams. We draft, right?
We
We
draft
pick captain, and
like gym class.
yeah, we draft.
Who's captain?
Evan's getting picked
Griswold
last.
has to be a captain.
Griswold's
100%.
captain.
Has to
Oh,
be.
Griswold and Reed are captains. I'm calling it.
Oh my god.
Totally fine with that. 100% okay. That is fantastic. Yeah. And then I say
No.
we do a draft and go from there. Or we could just randomize, but we got to split the teams and have like a team battle. That'd be awesome. Totally, I'm in for it.
How
I mean,
does
don't forget we have other parties to bring in that we could play as
Yeah.
well. It doesn't have to be just these guys. Is that what you were gonna say, E? Sorry.
No, I wasn't actually. I was gonna say I'm worried because now, World of Warcraft tactics was you take the healer out first.
Mm-hmm.
yeah?
So I'm a little worried about that.
Like
I
League of
mean,
Legends.
let's
for
be
Rocket.
honest. This group's not the most strategic. I don't think you got anything to worry about.
Speaking of healers, how does the party feel about having Adrian's always done such a great job at healing. And now we have someone that is legit. What we think at the moment is legit only healing, mainly. With some of the things that he casts, like how do we feel? Because he has raised the dead.
Raised dead.
So how do we feel about that? And do we become more comfortable and a little bit more adventurous because we're like, oh, we could be broad deck. We got Revivify, Raise the Dead, or is it a hey, let's pipe it down for a second? Are we still going to kind of calm it down? For anyone, I'm just very curious.
It's a good question. I am excited to watch Eric play it because I enjoyed Adrian, and I think you're going to have so much more fun with the cleric and the healing and the possibilities, and I can't wait to see. As far as Amrook, he really didn't see any of that, so like he's just kind of you guys have accepted this guy. Adrian says he's good. Friend of Adrian, friend of mine.
He did hit you with Mass Cure Wounds there.
He did. The biggest heal in the entire fight once we go to the stats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't wait till next level when I can cast a little bit more.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I don't want to speak for everybody. I think personally, no, it's not going to really change much, other than we're going to be a little bit more resilient as a group.
Looking at so Adrian's like with Healing Spirit, it was awesome. As you know, it worked out okay in battle, but it was really good like after battle or those instances where we had like a quick minute of downtime before we were going to go into another battle. Mm-hmm. Healing Spirit was awesome, and that's where a lot of his healing actually came from, I think.
Yeah.
I am super curious now though with like I said, full on cleric, how that works, how that will change. And after one battle, 2 rounds, 4 rounds, I already you'll already see like, oh wow, that's That's huge.
And
Mhm.
follow him.
Yeah.
Warwick
I don't.
felt invincible
Yeah.
already. Now he feels even more invincible with a healer.
The only thing is that Adrian kind of provided that second tier. You can obviously Amrook and Grizz were the front liners, and Adrian was kind of like that middle line, kind of that buffer, if you will, between the backliners.
Yep.
I'm kind of curious on how that kind of dynamic changes a little bit,
Clerics can be
but we'll
pretty
see.
tanky though, as well.
I got an AC 19.
Yeah.
That's fantastic, dude. Yeah, I was thinking about that. I think for Warwick, it changes his
Jesus.
perspective a little bit because I would always try to protect, just the group with utility, fog cloud, but mainly, trying to help Griswold, Amrook, whatever, right? I think my perspective changes because I don't think I would do that anymore. I think I would probably try to protect the healer. I mean, you have a rockin' AC, which is fantastic, but Warwick doesn't know that yet, right? So
Right,
I
right.
think it'll somewhat be you can easily take care of them, but someone needs to take care of you. And that'll probably end
Right,
up
right.
being Warwick for sure.
Yeah.
We're gonna be best friends, but
I'm
in more ways than one.
I'm really curious to see. I mean, I think we all have a consensus that we're going to like head down south, which is really cool. Um, I'm curious what else going to happen in between then. That's going to be interesting because that's a long way down. I was looking at the map, like for us to get to Candlekeep, that is
It's a long way.
substantial.
If we get to
Um,
Neverwinter, isn't there a teleportation circle there though?
yeah, but I don't think it goes to Candlekeep, does it?
It does not. It goes to
Winter.
water.
Well, it goes to
Water.
Waterdeep. I'm pretty sure it goes to Waterdeep. So we can
And I,
we can get closer, but
Yeah.
it's still
yeah.
pretty far. Um,
And I have to ask that there may be a way we can travel. Uh, I don't remember the distance from Silvery Moon to where was the first one we found?
Tribor?
No,
no,
Yartar.
Ever
yeah,
Yartar?
Yeah.
yeah,
That was only like a day or two travel, right?
Yeah.
I think so.
So I could get us to Silvery Moon and then travel to Yartar,
To
and then
what
from
end?
Yartar we can. What's that?
To what end?
And then from Yartar we can take the teleportation circle to
Oh, you're talking about going up that way instead of just going down the
Waterdeep.
instead of just going down to Neverwinter.
Yeah, it's
Um,
kind of the long. It's kind of the short, long way to get there.
yeah. Um,
Save a
that's
couple
interesting.
days, I guess. So I think it's like a 4-day travel to Neverwinter, something like that.
Yeah.
So
Neverwinter's a pretty big city though, right?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
I'm really curious. Like, I mean, I don't think Griswold will say any. I think he'll be indifferent either way. We've talked about going to Neverwinter, so Evan kind of wants to go to Neverwinter because I'm like, it's a pretty dope seedy town.
although if we walked, we could pass up Phandalin, or we could pass by Phandalin.
So that's the other thing. I would really, since we don't have a rush to get to Candledeep, Griswold would really like to see progress on Wave Echo Cave just to make sure things are peachy because we've now understood that there's three main forges ish, like or areas of magic. Wave Echo Cave being one of them, and the forges are starting to be relit. So I think it wouldn't be a bad idea for us to stop in and just say, "Hey, things cool? Do you have defenses? What's up?" Griswold doesn't want any magic items because he just got a lightsaber. So
Wait, somebody
um,
write that down. August 1st, 2022, Griswold doesn't need any more magic items.
I will tell you, adamantine armor is not magical, and I would love adamantine armor. Like, not getting crit on would be amazing. Like, holy shit, it'd be cool. But that's yeah, I'm not gonna get it. So when we were in campaign 2, and they're like, and Eric, you were just before we ended, you're just like, oh, we're just gonna hand out adamantine ore. I'm like, I need fucking this in campaign 1. I need armor. It's been great.
When do we get ice cream?
When the fuck do we do
All
ice
right.
cream?
On that note, speaking of crits, I think it's time, ladies and gents. If you don't have the stream open it up right now. Turn your sound up nice and loud. It's time. Have you guys heard this?
No.
Yeah, I've heard it.
Keegs, you gotta turn your stream on. Twitch.tv/Chaos Chamber.
I've heard it.
I'll give
It's
you a
pretty
couple
amazing.
seconds before I'm gonna play it.
Amazing.
/Chaos Chamber.
This is great.
Texture.
There's like this delay, and I hear him. I hear the delay.
Mm-hmm,
It sounds awesome.
Go ahead.
Just search for Chaos Chamber.
Right.
The E is a 3.
I got it.
How's it go? I don't remember.
Yeah. The last. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I got it.
All right. Hold on, let me come over. All right, should be good. Stats check. Stats check.
I love it.
All right. Pulling up the stats, we're going to move Evan out of the way. Actually, we'll just move stats over. All right, so if you don't have the stream up, I'll call out some stats as we go through. However, I think I want to start with the new layout. On the left-hand side, we're going to start with Adrin. I feel like this was your
Swan song.
something. Like you get the most kills, and then now you're just going to dip on us.
Yeah.
Hits Amrook right in the feels. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
We're gonna let it go there. Siddle, not really surprised with the AOE and stuff like that, but nonetheless 4, and then obviously we go down from there. Grizz, I'm gonna flip.
Sorry. Bad. I was wrapping something up because I'm gonna put on something on my phone so I can actually look at this. So I'm on the VPN, so I'm blocked right now, so I have to do this from my phone. Go ahead, though.
IT.
Go ahead.
No, Grizz, I was gonna give you props. If we count out Harshnag, you're number 2 in damage, buddy. 174 damage. 174. Sitting tight, ready to smite. Don't overuse that because it's a really good one. You throw it out too many times, though. Just saying.
Yeah. I'll pay to get that tattooed on you. 100%. I'll pay for the whole thing.
I would totally get it tattooed on me if I were Evan. Don't tempt me.
I will 100% pay for that entire tattoo. However you want to do
tight,
it.
Ready to smite.
You won't do it. I will 100%.
Yeah, I will. I'll think about it. I'll think about it.
Let him do the killing.
Adrin, again, Swan Song, 150 points of damage, so not too far behind Grizz there.
So, and I'm just gonna say, I'm gonna open the door for somebody else to take some of that damage. And Ashley, I know you're out there watching. I'm opening the door for you to take some of that damage that Adrin is doing.
Are you dropping the gauntlet or are you opening the door? I'm just
both.
So Ashley, if you're looking for ways to increase damage, Eric's offering. Now's your chance. Let's dig into this. You got a lot of untapped potential there with your sneak attacks and other things. And I think we just picked up a longbow.
I think so. Which
yeah. We did. I know what that bow is because I was metagaming, but I won't say what it is. I'm pretty sure I know what it is, though.
Wait. How do you know what it is?
So
it could be about a bajillion things. It could be a long bow +1 and that's it.
If I went off the description, if the description is anything what I,
Oh, okay.
yeah, if the description of the bow, because he did say it was with feathers and skulls and gems and shit. I did look into a couple of things. If it is the bow that I think it is also a rare bow. So it kind of would sit in our realm. It actually is pretty baller.
What were you gonna say, Carl?
Now I was letting him finish, and then I was gonna say, so if we couple the bow, I think the only thing couple the bow along with sneak attack, and then the only thing for Althea to overcome is her fear of being out in the open.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
I don't know if that's a character trait or what's going on there, but if she can get over that fear of being out in the open, figure out how to use that sneak attack, or when other people are nearby, or pop out, shoot, duck back under cover, or whatever you got to do from there. But I could definitely see Althea doing some damage. So gauntlet dropped.
Yep.
I like it.
Gauntlet
it.
dropped. All right. If we're looking over here on the right-hand side as we continue, so slashing obviously doing the most between Amrook and Harshnag. Then go to piercing, which would be Grizz, and something else is piercing. Arrows.
Yeah, arrows. My spike growth was piercing damage.
That's what I was
nice.
thinking. Yep.
I don't think there's any. Yeah, that's probably about it.
Evan, I'll give you props again. 64 out of that 174 damage was Divine Smite damage. So you've been holding back on us for quite some time with your smites. I am proud that you are using them now.
Yeah, so I just didn't realize that, critting and like getting up there and so my mobility to get up front, learning how to use Frank a little bit better, and then casting haste and being like, let's just bull rush this shit. That extra mobility definitely gave me confidence to be able to be a little bit more strategic instead of just thinking I was going to have to catch up and start swinging. And then just being able to get up and just start hitting. That Divine Smite was like clutch. Yeah, I mean, I think you might see Griswold use Divine Smite a little bit more. He's got some pretty cool utility spells that he picked up at level 3 that I really want to use. But yeah, like blind. I mean, yeah, no, I just can't wait for the time where I get to use Blinding Smite. And then, so I was talking with Keegan about this. If I hit Blinding Smite, 3rd level Smite, and then I crit, and then I just go ahead and say I'm going to go ahead and do more Divine Smites because I can do that afterwards. And with the slashing from the halberd,
Jim?
It's like 8d8. Yeah, the Jim Halpert. And then if it's against an undead, I think it goes up to like 10d8 or something like that. Yeah, it's so dumb. Like, I can't. It's awesome.
All right, flipping gears to amount of damage taken. Warwick, you're at the top. Besides Harshnag, who got the crap beat out of him by that Behir at the end, Warwick took 150 points of damage.
And he's still alive.
How big's your damage pool, or how big's your HP pool?
55?
Like 60? Yeah, somewhere around. So you literally died 3 times.
Did you just ask how big his penis was?
Yeah.
I didn't know if there was a difference at that point.
There's not. It's big.
I mean, it may be filled with blood like a blister, but no, I did not.
Yeah, no. I mean,
right.
I'm still alive. That should just show you the power of Warwick. Or the luck of Warwick, rather.
Maybe the luck.
So,
wow.
If we look at overall damage, the party took 800 points of damage. If you had to guess, don't anybody look before I switch to it. What's your guess on how much damage we output?
I think I looked earlier, so I won't say.
All right.
Are we talking about total battle with the first Bahir as well?
Yeah,
No,
that should be
this
in
is-
this stat. These
Well,
No, this is
stats.
just wait.
It should be after Shambling Mound, but before the second or first Bahir, right?
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, I think so.
1,200. I don't know.
What do you think, Key?
1050.
All right. I mean, my mind knows because we've gone over these stats. The Shambling Mounds, for example, we did 1,200. So in that one little fight with all those kobolds and the Shambling Mounds, we did about 1,200.
Oh,
So now that you know that, do you want to change those numbers?
2,000, 2,500, 2,500. Going once, going twice.
Gigs?
20, 21, 22.
25.
Is actually only 1,000. I'm just fucking with you guys.
Yeah.
So, so
But I did want to reflect on that because that literally was like 1,000 damage with the Shambling Mounds and then 1,000 damage. I guess there was only one Bahir down here. I don't know. It felt like we had to output a lot more damage.
It just took longer
Well,
to kill.
I think this is including the other Bahir. Go to the scroll all the way to left.
Think I have to expand the rounds though.
Yeah, Bahir 8 and 22. Yeah,
Yeah.
they're both on here.
Yeah, so it was both Bahirs.
Yeah.
It just felt
But
like
that's
so much more. And then
Yeah.
when we go to the damage overview and you look at obviously Frost Giants, we've done 2,600 to Frost Giants, and then right below them comes the Bahir.
Yeah.
We've done 504.
That's fantastic.
no, I think it was. I mean, we had two Bahirs, but in Shambling Mounds, that was with all the Frost Giants, right?
No, that was
No.
the first part of this battle.
Oh, that
First-
was.
Yeah.
All right, I don't know how to explain it. All right.
It just
Definitely
feels that
felt
way,
like more.
right? I mean, stats.
Yeah.
That's the crazy thing we talk about with stats. Chat is, it doesn't matter what it felt like in game. The stats don't lie.
Yeah. Shit. It was that was extended. Maybe that's why. I mean, we did spend like a total
Yeah.
of 5 or 6 rounds, like total, either chasing him or B trying to find him in total. So, I mean,
Yeah,
you
there
take
was-
that out, and we were down to like what 11 rounds. If you take those out,
Yeah. I mean, it was still a long battle though. Like what, 23 rounds, I think.
Something
like
like
you
that.
said-
That's pretty long.
I know there was like 4 rounds of, 5 rounds of just movement. Like
I want to point out, Spike Growth actually outbeat Fireball in this battle for spell damage.
I know, right?
Right? Isn't that exciting? Like that was
That was
well placed Spike Growth.
that's
Yeah,
amazing.
That's where I got
That's
most of my
absolutely
kills.
amazing.
Was the kobolds and the.
Oh, was it? I didn't realize that you killed them.
Yeah, it was a couple. Yeah, there was a couple kills from that.
Damn,
All right,
that's impressive.
Yeah, I just
That's
thought that was
impressive.
kind of cool. As we look at the funnel chart for this particular battle, Bahir, Blitzbolt, Kobold Shaman, Evil Amruk, and then regular Kobold. So 110 points to Evil Amruk. I feel bad. I feel like Amruk's going to wake up nightmares about killing himself. I'm just saying.
I was wondering that.
Is he? Is he though?
I feel like that's got to affect you
Maybe once the rage wears down.
once the adrenaline wears off a little bit.
Yeah.
It'll get you just a smidgen? Think?
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I did also want to highlight the healing because now that we have a new character in the mix, 126 points for mass cure wounds, 126 points of healing. So think about that. That is literally a tenth of the damage output, all right back to us.
It's awesome. Love having a
The-
healer.
I mean, this is amazing. This like I said, Adrian did a phenomenal job healing everyone to start, and then his brother comes in and he's like, no, like I'm a full cleric. I like
Is Adrin older or younger?
Who's younger? He's a half elf.
Mm. So this was the older
oh,
brother just coming in and show him how to do it. I get it. Sometimes that's
Well,
how it
it's
works.
funny. It's funny because Adrin looks older.
yeah.
He's older, uh, according to his race. He's like middle age or whatever. Caldrum kind of looks younger, but he's like 120 years old or something like that. No, a little bit older than that. Like 140, I think.
Yeah, I thought you had said like around 150.
Somewhere like
That's
that.
Spry for an
amazing.
elf, but nonetheless.
Mhm.
That's amazing.
Just typical big brother stuff. Coming in, helping out, keeping them alive, healing them
Oh,
up, show them how it's done. That's just what big brothers do. That's all I'm saying.
yeah, that's what I do for both of you. Go in, I hit, I heal you. I mean, who is Amrook's biggest cheerleader? Let's be honest.
Garrett?
No, no, Griswold. Griswold. How many times have I touched you inappropriately to bring you back to life? You just remember that.
I mean,
No.
that is one thing that Amrook is missing out of his kit. If he
Heal.
could heal someone.
You can heal yourself.
I
Imagine
mean,
if
just
that
that little
axe.
bit.
Imagine if that axe was like vampiric or something like that.
That's what
Oh
when
my.
he described that little brown spot, little blood-colored spot, I was thinking it was vampiric, a little life steal of some sort. But I could
Oh
be
my.
completely wrong there.
It could be a berserker.
Oh, and
Axe
it's
of berserker.
cursed. Cursed. That
I
would
don't think I
be.
know what an accident. See, I'm the opposite of Evan. I want to be surprised, so I
Hmm.
purposely don't look up this stuff.
So
Hmm.
so here's the reason though. Garrett could change, and
I'm not
and that's
judging
why
you for it. I'm just saying
uh,
I want to be surprised.
that's why I'm so intrigued because I like looking anything up. I could read the Storm King's Thunder end to end, and Garrett could change half of it. And that's where I think that like that's why I'm so intrigued by this. Like Behirs don't have layer actions. Behirs don't. And when they pulled out layer actions, I'm like, this is amazing. Like I don't know what to think. Like it's like you kind of understand the foundation, and then it's a
Yeah.
I'm still amazed because I'm like, oh, this Behir has fucking layer actions. That sucks. That just sucks for us, anyways. So I don't know. I just my curiosity just gets the best of me way too often.
So I have to be better at putting together the buff. Uh, I'm having a hard time collecting data on when a buff, how much it helps and hurts. But I've
Yeah,
been trying to get better with it. Like I think I missed a couple of damage preventions that your shield master provided. I think you probably
I
have.
think you missed one. I think it helped him out one more time. You have two there.
Yeah, and I don't have all the damage. Like I missed that 166
I
points
mean,
of damage.
So
that's kind of it's just like a little added bonus. It may not change like much
Hmm.
and give much statistics wise, but it's fun to see type deal.
Yeah, it is.
So
Yeah.
I honestly doubted for a little while about I doubted Shield Master for a little while because I'm like, oh come on, because I knew it would be good in situations like this, but we just haven't been, or like we've had a breath weapon or like a dragon shooting fireballs or some shit, and I'm like, what's the chances, you know? And the fact that I can save now is so.
all right. Anything else in the stats you noticed, E, before we close her out?
I don't think you went over the healing, right? Yeah.
All right, then I will leave since we've started recording. Where is it? Hold on, I gotta collapse all. Since we've started recording stats. I just want to look at the amount of damage. Oh, it doesn't have. We'll have to
We
get
don't
it
have it
next
on there.
time. Yeah. Yeah, we'll have to look at that hierarchy breakdown for next time. I wanted to get the total damage recorded for all time. That would have been pretty cool. Next time.
Oh, that'd be sweet.
Yeah. All right. Thanks everybody for watching, and we'll see you next Sunday.
Can't
Oh
wait.
yeah.